ABC7 with brand new information tonight on the biggest story to hit the borderland, quite possibly ever.
We've confirmed details on closures that could very well affect you even if you don't have plans to see Pope Francis make his historic visit, now just a month away.
ABC7's complete coverage of the Pope's visit in Juarez continues right now, live at 6. Good evening, everyone. What we've learned includes a possible closure of the border highway, all in the name of keeping drivers and pedestrians safe, and the closure of UTEP for the very same reason.
Estella, the university announced it will be closed on February 17th, the day Pope Francis visits our sister city. School officials say it's for the safety of the students and staff. Remember, the Diocese of El Paso is holding a massive watch party at the Sun Bowl as the Pope holds the cross-border mass. It will be shown on a jumbotron inside the Sun Bowl, and the event will look more like a concert. Because of all the added traffic, the school wants to keep pedestrians safe and cancel class that day. The mass gets underway at 4 o'clock that afternoon. The Pope will drive into the Estadio Olímpico, where he'll cruise past a crowd waiting inside. Then he'll be driven back outside, where he'll give the highly anticipated mass. Look how close that is to El Paso's border highway, just feet away from our city. New today, more concrete information on the plan to close the border highway. We've been telling you about this since December. Today we learned TxDOT will let the city close the border highway from the Paso del Norte port of entry downtown all the way to the Bridge of the Americas. You see it here in this red spot again from around Santa Fe all the way to US 54. We contacted a spokeswoman for the Texas Department of Transportation. She says TxDOT and the city are working on an agreement to close the highway at 9 o'clock the night before the Pope arrives, and it would reopen at 5 o'clock the day after he leaves. And on top of that, we're looking into traffic from Juarez into El Paso, which, as you can imagine, is going to be a logjam of sorts.
And the new information just back into our newsroom. Rick, ABC7's Jerry Nakara just has walked in here literally just seconds ago. And you have a story to tell us as well.
I did, Estella, and what I've learned is news that anyone who uses the international bridges or drives by them will definitely want to hear this tonight. CBP officials are telling this is something of a magnitude that's never been done before in this region. I can tell you that commercial traffic coming will be rerouted completely. They're telling us that the day before the Pope, the day comes, during and the day after, semis using the Bridge of the Americas will be rerouted to the Tornillo Bridge, the Zaragoza Bridge, and the Santa Teresa Bridge. Staff and resources will be doubled up, if not tripled. All lanes will be open for drivers and foot traffic as well. That's across all bridges. And if you're going to go to Juarez, don't plan on making it back home quickly.
You know, we ask the public to be prepared, be patient, know that if they are going to go to Juarez and plan to return that same day, they're going to have to be patient and wait in line.
Tonight at 9 and 10, we're going to have more details on those closures. And Estela, when I was out there shooting traffic, I witnessed a semi slamming into a car. That's how crazy it is just on a normal day. So you could imagine when the Pope's going to be out there.
So even if you're not going to go to Juarez, you will be affected by this traffic, especially near the bridges.
Most definitely.
Okay,
most definitely.
Good to know. Jerry, thank you very much. And here's what the Pope's Day will look like on February 17th. He'll leave Mexico City and drive into Juarez at 10 o'clock that morning. He'll fly into Juarez at 10 o'clock that morning. The Pontiff will visit with prison inmates and business owners and workers. That means Pope Francis will have a lot of traveling to go throughout Juarez, about 25 miles worth. This animation commissioned by the Juarez Diocese shows his 25-mile journey. Because he's covering so much ground, the Juarez Diocese is still asking for volunteers to help build that human chain. The plan is to have 80,000 people stand shoulder to shoulder along the streets the Pope will be driving on. The human chain will act as a barrier between Pope Francis and the hundreds of thousands of people who want to get a glimpse of him. Then at 4 o'clock that afternoon, the moment so many of you can't wait to see, Pope Francis will hold that cross-border mass at the old Juarez Fairgrounds. You'll find this extensive coverage of the Pope's visit only on ABC7, and we invite you to join us Sunday night for ABC7 Extra. Our Maria Garcia sits down with El Paso Bishop Mark Seitz and the Diocese of El Paso spokeswoman Liz O'Hara. They'll get us all up to speed on the preparations underway for the Pope's historic visit.